BC Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Dawn's Furniture, South Central Power, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Fairfield National Bank, Jeffrey Wilson DDS, Matt Taylor Kia, Fairfield County Adam H., the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Connor Insurance Agency, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
And welcome back to Herrnstein Field on the campus of Chillicothe High School, where the Cavaliers play. It's a Division IV playoff game between the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs and the Waverly Tigers. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by the Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. Now, Tim, before we get to this kickoff, let's talk about the keys to the game. You and I were talking on the way down here that if you look on paper, there's not much more of an even game that you'll find.
Now, when you look at numbers offensively and defensively, they're almost identical as far as points scored, yards gained, all those things. I really think the number one key to the game, and both coaches mentioned this, Jared, is not to turn the football over. You can't have takeaways in a playoff game and expect to be successful.
Let's bring Mariana in down on the field. Get your perspective, Mariana, on this matchup tonight.
Guys, I'm looking forward to it. Again, as you said, both teams really, really strong. Have had great campaigns so far. I would be really interested to see what happens on the defensive side of the football for Bloom Carroll. We saw when they played Amanda Clear Creek earlier this season, they had some issues with stopping the run, and I'd be surprised if Waverly didn't try to take advantage of that tonight.
It will be the Tigers kicking away. Bloom Carroll won the toss, and they elected to receive the kickoff. And we are underway from Chillicothe. It'll be a touchback to start the game. Our keys to the game brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right.
Look for the Tigers to be very aggressive defensively. Coach Bartholomew is anticipating a lot of blitzes and some mix and match coverages from the cornerbacks and linebackers.
Both teams coming in 9-2. Waverly is on a 3-game winning streak. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs are 9-2, and they are on a 5-game winning streak. The last game they lost was October 4th against Amanda Clear Creek, a game that we had on the air, and they have really turned it around since then, as we mentioned in the pregame. It'll be Coons working out of that pistol/shotgun all night long, and it'll be Coons taking the snap and just going on his own to the right side. Boy, he lowers his shoulder and picks up about 6 on first down.
Well, Otto's had a great year rushing the football, Jared. I mean, he scored 9 touchdowns, run almost for 500 yards, and to be perfectly honest, Coach Crabtree, really, that's his biggest concern about Coons, not so much throwing the ball, as he's concerned about his rushing.
Right.
Because last week he ran for over 80 yards in their playoff victory up at Indian Valley.
2nd down and 5. Same play to the right. Coons following that lead blocker, his running back out there, who was, I believe, that's Wisecarver. Or no, check that, it's Hobie Scarberry running out of the backfield. Picks up a few to make it 3rd down and 1 for the Bulldogs.
How about a 3rd time?
Wouldn't be surprised.
You know, with Coach Bartholomew, you never know what to expect. We've seen him over the years. He will pull all strings offensively.
Coons looks over a 2nd time to the sideline to change up the play. Harmon moves to Coons' left and gives him enough for a 1st down. Coons out across the 35 and a 1st down Bulldogs.
Notice, switch the play, moved the back to his left, and then ran that direction. Everything had been to the right prior.
Uh-oh, breaking free up the middle. It's Harmon, Cody Harmon to the 20, the 10, touchdown Bulldogs. Nothing fancy about it. He just ran right up the middle. A great job by the offensive line opening up the hole.
Yeah, big hole, showed his speed. Big play. You know, big plays and not turning the football over helps you advance in the playoffs. Look at the replay on the scoreboard even.
That's awesome.
That's pretty nice for the kids in the community.
Yeah.
There.
Cameron Shirkey on to kick the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So at 10:48 to play in the first quarter, the Bulldogs on their first drive strike first, and Mariana, as if they needed a reason to get fired up on this side, that really lightened up the crowd here on the Bloom Carroll side.
Yes, it did, Jared. Extreme play there, able to get some momentum, get some confidence for this Bloom Carroll football team. The sideline just erupted when the line just kind of parted as the Red Sea, and they took it to the house on that one. So again, they'll look to continue that momentum, and congratulations to just a really nice run, nice play call, and Bloom Carroll's off to a nice start.
That's 10 touchdowns for Cody Harmon.
Yeah.
And when you look at, look right there. I mean, there's nobody there. Once he got into the secondary, he showed his speed.
Yes, he did.
You know, one of the things that you look at, Waverly lost 2 football games this year. They lost to Unioto early in the season. I believe that was week 3. And they also lost in week 8 to Wheelersburg.
Yeah.
And both those teams dominated them by the rush.
Wow.
And you know, Otto gets a lot of publicity for his arm and his passing yardage.
Kickoff goes into the end zone and a touchback. But you're right. Everybody expects Otto to pass and Bloom Carroll to come out with some fancy, plays through the air, but not one time did they pass in that drive.
No, you got to run the football to win in cold weather, and it's not going to get any warmer as we move through the playoffs.
Right.
You know what's interesting about that kickoff, too, and we've talked a lot about Shirkey over the years, that's his 46th touchdown. How about that?
That's unbelievable.
This is the 11th or 12th game of the year. He's kicked 46 balls into the end zone or out of the end zone. What a weapon.
A couple of really good kickers here tonight for both these teams.
Correct.
Waverly's kicker has 4 field goals on the year, one of them of 39 yards, and a good start defensively for the Bulldogs. Guy you got to look out for on that offense, actually 2 guys, a quarterback, Shanks, and then the running back, Peyton Shoemaker, has run for over 2,000 yards this year.
What a great name for a running back, huh? He spells it different, but...
Yeah. Here's Shanks. He'll give it to Shoemaker again. And Shoemaker up to about the 27-yard line. I'll bring up a 3rd down.
You know, Jared, he's a workhorse. He's got over 2,000 yards this year. And just looking again, we don't like to inundate you with numbers, but of their rushing yards, he has 87% of the team's rushing yards this year.
Here he is again. And he stopped well shy of the 1st down. Needed to get up to the 30, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and a little closer than I thought. 4th down and 1.
Well, I was going to say
they were thinking about it, weren't they?
Yeah, Coach Crabtree was pondering there, but that's a little risky this early. You know what? You got a good football team. You got to be a little patient here. Be wise. You don't want to give Bloom Carroll an extremely short field.
Yeah. Diener on the punt. High snap. Diener going to have to take it himself. He's on the move, running for his life, and he's going to be dropped at the 5-yard line.
Now they have even a shorter field.
Wow. And the Bulldogs are fired up.
Wow. It's really a pretty good catch by Diener, to be honest with you.
Yeah, guys, for a second I thought he was going to try one of those rugby-style punts on the run and just try to get it off, but he was probably wise not to, because there would have been a really good shot of, a play that was already bad becoming even worse, and at least it gives the defense a chance to hopefully make a goal line stand for Waverly. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with Marion. I thought he was going to attempt one of those rugby styles also, yeah.
1st and goal. Harmon will be standing to Coons' left. It'll be Coons taking it himself. Coons still driving forward, getting to about the 1.
We also talked about the offensive line and defensive line from Carroll is not as big not quite as large, but they're getting a really good
They
push
are.
here right now.
I mean, you look at that defensive line for Waverly, and they've got some size.
But when you start
at nose tackle.
Yeah, you start throwing around 250, 200, that's a linebacker.
Second and goal. Coons gives it to Harmon, and Harmon dives. He stretches the ball out. Going to be just shy. Third and goal.
Really good play by Waverly.
Actually, it was Scarberry this time on the carry.
Yeah.
The goal line by number 4, J.T. Barnett, to make a third down in less than 1.
I think that was J.T. Barnett for Waverly. Made a really good tackle on Scarberry.
Third and goal. Here's Coons following Scarberry. Coons to the outside and to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, they really didn't give their defense much of a chance there. I mean, when you give the ball up at the 5-yard line.
Shirky boots the extra point through, and the Bulldogs, with 8:05 left to play in the first quarter, lead at 14-0. I tell you what, you want to step up in the playoffs. You got to do it on all facets of the game. You got to do it in offense, defense, and special teams. And watch just special teams defensive play for the Bulldogs here. Actually, it's set up by a bad snap.
Yeah, watch Diener's catch. I mean, pretty good actually.
It looked like it was going. Yeah, that looked like it was going to sail over his head.
Yeah, he made a pretty good catch.
I think he still might have had time to get a punt off, but at that point, he's got guys running at him.
You know what? If you're not comfortable doing that, though,
Right.
he did the right thing.
Right.
Just at least give him a chance, as Marion said, and that's correct. They at least had a shot to stop him.
Right. Replays tonight are brought to you by Matt Taylor Kia of Lancaster. Check out matttaylorkia.com.
Is that a 5-yard scoring drive?
I think it was.
Yeah.
But it was a drive, though, Shu, because it took
Well,
three
it was
plays.
a really short drive. It's kind of like from your house to mine.
That's true. Shirky's kickoff will be taken
returnable.
right about the 7-yard line. Kickoff returned by Kobe Marquez.
Shoemaker on the return for the Tigers.
So the Tigers go on offense for the second time tonight. Shoemaker stands beside Shanks. Here's Shoemaker on the carry on first down. Not much there.
Schumacher taking the handoff by the Tigers. Attacked by number 56, Damian.
You know, he's averaging over 200 yards a game.
Wow,
That's pretty impressive. That's just not easy to do when everybody anticipates they only play with one back.
Shanks back to pass, looking down the left side. He's got a man out there. Almost hauled in, just through the arms of his intended receiver. Checking the number. Looks like 23. Easton Wolf was the intended receiver. He's got a few guys that he's likes to go to. Phoenix Wolf, that is. On the year, really 4 primary guys that he's thrown to. Will Futhi, Phoenix Wolf, Mark Stoley, and Penn Morrison.
Yeah, Futhi's the one that's really concerns you at 6'5".
Shanks again. This time it's caught by Wolf, but still shy of the first down.
Yeah, really good coverage there by Bloom Carroll.
Hayden Shanks, 6'3", 185 pounds. He's a sophomore, and really, kind of, he has that look of an Otto Coons around his sophomore year.
He's had a heck of a year. You know, he's thrown for over 1,600 yards, 62% pass, 16 times. I mean, he's had a great year.
Yeah.
So, but they can't seem to get any rhythm. Carroll's got him out of that right now. We'll see if they can flip some of the field position here.
Better snap this time. But a short kick will land at the 48-yard line and be downed right there. Bulldogs going to get great field position again to start their third drive, already up 14-0.
It's kind of like if you ask for a Christmas gift, you just got it.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, there you go.
First half scoreboard tonight is brought to you by Connor Insurance Agency. There's no place like Lancaster, Ohio, and Fairfield County. And like you, owner Shirley Connor is proud to call them home. Shirley will provide you with superior customer service, professionalism, integrity, and honesty. Learn more at ConnorInsuranceAgency.com. Coons hands it off. Harmon takes a hit at the 50, but he did a good job of just getting positive yards there.
Yeah, missed tackle in the backfield. Good, pressure, but you got to make the tackle.
Guys, one quick note on the backfield. The Bulldogs, started going with Cody Harmon and Hobie Scarberry, switching them up, whereas earlier in the season it was mostly just the Scarberry show, and I think that added dimension of the speed that Harmon brings has really been an asset for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. It kind of looks like they're alternating series. Harmon had the first series, Scarberry had the second, and now we're back to Harmon here in the third. Here is Harmon going right side, getting to the outside, and close to that first down marker. That's a tough run.
Real tough. He can scoot, though, Jared. He's got good feet, got to the outside quick, made some people miss again. Tigers got to tighten it up defensively if they want to, give their offense a chance and stay in the game.
And they do signal first down for the Bulldogs. We mentioned that the Bulldogs on a 5-game winning streak. How about the game that capped off their regular season? That win over Taze Valley. Boy, that was a big, big win. They needed that one just to get into the playoffs, and they made a statement with that win.
Well,
Coons down the middle of the field. He's got a man out there. Touchdown, Bloom Carroll.
Big plays again. Big plays. What a throw and catch.
On the reception for the Bulldogs, Evan Willett. That's an all-district player for the Bulldogs. 7 of them on this starting lineup.
Yeah, they were really well represented. He's the leading receiver for the team, so no surprise that Otto found him out in the open.
519 yards on the season coming into tonight's ball game. Shirky on to kick his 3rd extra point of the night. And it's good. And the Bulldogs, with a tremendous start of 21-0, 5:45 to play in the first quarter.
And let's say thank you to South Central Power. They salute all linemen. So we are proud to present our Lineman of the Week during the 2019 high school football season. Each week, we're spotlighting different linemen from South Central Power and the local high school team. So follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to see all of our great linemen. Profiles will also be available on southcentral.com. South Central Power, we're your hometown energy team.
This Waverly Tigers football team out of the Southern Ohio Conference finished 2nd in their conference at 4-1, 9-2 overall. Their only loss in conference was to a tremendous football team, the Wheelersburg Tigers.
Yeah, who struggled early, but they've gotten it right again. And they're playing, I think, tonight.
Tonight at Lancaster.
Yeah,
in
that's
the playoffs. True. So Bloom Carroll couldn't ask for much better of a start here. 21-0, 5:45 to play in the first. Shirky's kickoff will be taken in the end zone for a touchback.
We're surprised he let him run one back last time,
Yeah. There's a flag coming in on that play. It's going to be pass interference on the Bulldogs. We get our call from the officials.
Pass interference on the defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Tonight's official is sponsored by Don's Furniture and Mattress, located at 1118 East Main Street in Lancaster.
Our referee that you just heard is Charles Minkemeyer. The umpire is Bill Hildebrand. The linesman is Cedric Robinson. The line judge is Mark Page. And the back judge is Samuel Jones. You see their names there on the screen.
On 1st and 10, taking a whole host of Bulldogs to bring down Shoemaker.
Well, the number one thing, it's so funny. Both these coaches are excellent offensive coaches, but the number one thing they both brought up was a defensive-minded concept. And
Yeah,
Coach
you're right.
Bartholomew said, number one, we must control Shoemaker.
They've done a great job of it so far. There's the scoring drive for the Bulldogs as Shanks fires one to the far sideline. No good, or incomplete. 3 plays, 52 yards, 53 seconds off the clock. A 42-yard touchdown pass from Otto Coons to Evan Willett.
Just big plays.
Here's the
Jared.
replay. Watch this. Yeah, he let it fly at the 48.
Off the back foot, running to his right.
Tight spiral, caught
Yeah,
at the 5.
Yeah, he had about a 4-yard lead on the defensive back,
Wow.
too.
3rd down and 10. Shanks hits his man. This is Futhi. Futhi has a first down, but he loses the football. Recovered by the Bulldogs. Recovered by number 21, Drew Angelo.
The loose ball picked up by Drew Angelo. Tackled to the 40-yard line.
Just everything going their way,
I'd
making
say.
it happen. Turnovers and big plays, Jared. Now here's where most coaches like to go for a big play on a quick turnover
Yeah,
like that
you're
because
right.
you have mindset
Yep,
there.
yep.
Especially the other team. If they're down a little, take a shot right here.
And we've seen Coach Bartholomew do just that on several occasions, guys, haven't we?
Sure have.
3 receivers out to the right. Coons looking to pass. Hits his man. This is Josh Evans for about a 6-yard gain. Evans on the season with 222 yards receiving.
Yeah, when you look at the Bulldogs, Jared, Willett's the leader, but Koppus and Evans and Dodds and Weiscarver have all had really
Yeah.
good seasons.
Coons again looking to pass. He has all day, and he overthrows his
Yeah, he
intended
did.
receiver. I actually think that he was expecting Evans to keep on running. I think Evans, when he saw him hesitate a little bit, he stopped.
Slowed down.
Yeah.
And that's something that you don't want the receiver to do. You see Coons give it a little shimmy on the shoulder
Yeah.
there. Little shoulder shimmy.
Third down and 5 at the 34 for the Bulldogs. Coons again looking to pass. He's got a man wide open.
Ah.
Unfortunately for him, he threw it a little bit short. Evans had to dive for it, but
First
it is a
down.
first down. Good catch by Josh Evans.
Real good.
First and 10, Bloom Carroll. Still 4:11 to play in the first quarter. They lead at 21-0. Coons straight drop. What a pass, what a catch. Down to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Bloom Carroll.
Did you see the blocking by
I did.
the far receiver? Outstanding secondary blocking.
Once again, Evan Willett on the touchdown reception. After this extra point, I want to bring in Marion, talk about this passing attack that we've seen from Bloom Carroll. Looks a lot different than the game we saw at Amanda Clear Creek earlier this year. We'll talk to Marion in just a moment after Shirky attempts his 4th extra point of the night to try to put his team up 28-0.
Yeah, Waverly's got to be feeling like they got run over by a bus.
So I'd say. Kick is up, and it is good. 3:56 to play in the first quarter. The Bulldogs all over the Tigers. Marion, you and I saw this team play at Amanda Clear Creek, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was one of the worst games I've seen Bloom Carroll play in about 4 or 5 years. And the offensive attack, the way that they were having to go about passing, it was Coons taking the snap out of the shotgun, running dead right or dead left. Tonight he's got all day. He's dropping straight back, and he has plenty of time.
Yeah, the offensive line's doing a great job, and he's got himself in a really nice rhythm. That's the biggest thing. When we saw that Amanda Clear Creek game earlier, he's just never gotten a rhythm. And I think a big part of that also, Jared, is he's been battling injuries all year long. Actually missed a couple games through that last run that they had, and Bloom was still able to win despite him being out of the lineup. But they talked about it throughout the week. This is the healthiest he's been all season, and I think it's really making a difference, when he's able to practice, get the timing down with those receivers, and again, really get in a good rhythm. It comes to fruition. And they're just really making a statement tonight. They look fantastic.
Yes, they do. 28-0, 3:56 to play in the first quarter. Shirky to kick it off again. And again, boots this one deep. And it was not into the end zone. Taken at the 1-yard line by Shoemaker. Shoemaker getting to the outside. There's a huge block. Shoemaker down the near sideline. And still on his feet, cutting back to the middle. Look at Shoemaker across midfield. And finally going to be wrestled down inside the 40, but I think this one might be coming back. Crackback block, right?
Illegal block. That's for sure, Jared.
We'll get our Don's Furniture and Mattress call from the official.
Block in the back.
Illegal block in the back, during the return, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, that's the best we've heard an official all year,
Yeah,
don't you
you're right.
think?
Yeah,
Come through
absolutely.
our system. Yeah.
Did a nice job. I'll tell you what, that's the kind of night it's been so far for Waverly. They get a really nice return, but it's called back for a block in the back.
It's tough too when you've been successful and had success, and all of a sudden this just hits you. You can't seem to stop it from rolling. They've got to get something positive here to get themselves back mentally into the game.
Shanks hands it off to Shoemaker, trying to go right up the middle, and just nothing there. You mentioned that this Bloom Carroll line is definitely outsized, but they're doing a good job getting through there. You look at the size on this Waverly offensive line: 6'4", 285, 6'3", 315, 6', 200, 6'1", 230, 6'3", 330. I mean, this is a big offensive line for Waverly.
They are big kids.
Shanks to pass, hits his man. This is Futhi,
Really good catch.
and it's enough for a first down.
Well, sometimes it's better to be, quick and aggressive, and that's what Bloom Carroll has.
Shanks gives off to Shoemaker.
And you know what they're doing really well, Jared? They're keeping him in the middle of the
Yeah,
field
yep.
because he loves to bounce outside. The ends and the outside linebackers are making sure that they keep contained and not let him get to the sideline.
One of the reasons they're able to do that, guys, is they're having 8 guys in the box constantly, just really crowding it up in there.
Here's Shoemaker again. And again, just nothing there.
I've also said that it's a big advantage in any sport defensively if you can make people one-dimensional. If he makes them one dimension, and they do throw it well, but they throw it off of as a secondary phase after Shoemaker gaining his yards and whatever. So he's going to make them throw the ball the whole night, Coach Bartholomew. Smart move.
3rd down and 7 here for the Tigers. Shanks to pass. Good catch by Futhi. Futhi still on his feet and brought down at the 49, but that's another first down for Waverly.
Yeah, he's a good receiver. You know what's impressive about him, Jared? He's 6'5", 200, and he's a sophomore.
I got him listed as a freshman on my roster.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Talented.
Yes, he is. Here's Shoemaker again on the carry. And nothing there. Futhi is also one of their backup quarterbacks. Here's a replay. Watch the hit at the end here. Scarberry comes in right there. Wow.
Yep.
He's been all over the football tonight defensively.
Scarberry's had a really nice season.
Shanks again to pass. And I think the wrong route was run out there on the far side.
And it just stopped.
Phoenix Wolf was out there. Brings up a 3rd down and 8.
And guys, I was talking earlier about Bloom Carroll constantly having 8 guys in the box. They're able to do that because they're really having those corners one-on-one and challenging those Waverly receivers at the line of scrimmage, making it really difficult for them.
Shanks again to pass. He has pressure. Scarberry's all over him, and he just has to throw it away.
Well, when you make people one-dimensional, it's much easier because you really only have to focus on one thing. And if you have enough talent out there, they can compete with them. Even if they gain some yards, make some catches, it's not what they like to do. They're doing something different. I always used to say, if we can make them do something they don't like and they beat us, then we're probably not going to beat them anyway.
Right. They're going for it on 4th down and 8.
Had procedure here.
Oh, they're calling it, calling it on Waverly.
Yeah, it was. It was procedure.
Good ball. Full start. On the offense, number 75, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
He's not easy to miss move. He's a big boy.
That's true.
And that's a rough one there, guys, only because, again, it's 28-0. Waverly really trying to do something on this drive to kind of stop the bleeding, so to speak. You had a 3rd and reasonable, and now it's 3rd and much longer.
Look at this.
Nobody in the backfield with Shanks. Looking to pass over the middle. It's complete, and he's got the first down with second effort. Great job.
Great effort.
By the receiver, number 2. That's Zeke Brown.
That is a really good effort. He knew where he was on the field, and that's pretty sharp.
Watch this replay. Watch him dive forward right here. That got him the first down, that extra effort. Great job by Zeke. 1st and 10 Tigers. Shoemaker, a great run there. I like the little stutter step there.
He's patient.
Yeah.
He's looking for his hole.
And then it's like shot out of a cannon.
But I still like what Carroll's doing. They're keeping him inside.
We talked about Hobie Scarberry defensively. He's got 30 tackles on the season. That's solo tackles. He has 30 assists to give him a total of 60. Here's Shoemaker again, has a first down.
Showing his talent right here, Jared. Patience. He just, sometimes you get charged up and you play a little fast sometimes, but you can slow the motor down and slow things down, you'll be more successful.
Shanks looking to pass, has plenty of time, and surprised there's not a flag there.
That was pretty close.
Pretty good timing.
Yeah. Shoot, we're looking at the personnel on Waverly, and I know Travis Robertson's the basketball coach there, with Zeke Brown 6'4", 200, and through these 6'5", 300. Here you go.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Same
good
time.
call, yeah. Great job defensively.
I want to coach the basketball team, Jared. Make me a smarter coach.
I hear you.
Good athletes, good size.
3rd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers.
Big play here for them.
It's been a good drive so far. They've actually converted on a couple 3rd downs and a 4th down. Shanks, plenty of time, and almost picked off. Great job out there reading that. Is that Coons? It was Otto Coons.
Yeah, Shanks did not really see him laying in the woods there.
Yeah.
He kind of baited him into that one.
Boy, and if he'd have picked that off and took it to the house, guys, we probably wouldn't have heard ourselves think for a really long time. It would have got real loud in here, as if it's not loud enough already.
The stadium might have fallen in. We've never seen Marion again.
Yeah, would have just caved in, right.
He read it perfectly. 4th down and 6 for the Tigers. Shoemaker stands to Shanks' left. Shanks. Screen pass, and that's going nowhere.
Good tackle in space.
Great job. Number 20, Bo Wisecarver on the stop. This Bloom Carroll team is fired up. I mentioned that the Amanda game, they played probably the worst game I've seen them play in 4 or 5 years. This is, so far, the best game I've seen them play.
Well, you got to remember, that game against Amanda, that was week 6. That's like an eternity ago.
And it was at the pit.
Yeah.
It's a tough place to play.
But, it happens, Jared.
Yeah.
And that's why, you got to keep them focused, stay positive, and get better. And they've done that.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. I think the ball is loose.
Yes, ball's on the ground.
I believe Waverly got the football.
Officials are saying Bloom Carroll got back on it. Coons actually got it, didn't he?
I thought he was going to be a little bit late getting there. Maybe somebody else did.
Well, you couldn't ask for much better of a first quarter for the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs. They lead at 28-0 after 1.
Total domination. And, when you turn the ball over, you're not going to look very good. And then Carroll hit him for 2 big plays. So from the Waverly standpoint, you got to have your kids take a deep breath over here, regroup, come out and play. You got 3 quarters yet to go. And they're a good football team.
Yeah.
There are no bad teams playing this weekend. Some might be better than others, but there's no bad teams.
Speaking of other teams playing this weekend, checking a score from over at Jackson, not too far away. The Ironton Fighting Tigers lead the Amanda Clear Creek Aces 14-7 in the second quarter. That game was tied up just moments ago, and Ironton took another touchdown. They lead it by 7.
Yeah, Amanda's got their hands full. Ironton's only loss was to Ashland Blazer this year, who's pretty doggone good.
Yeah.
You know, we may talk about that a little bit later. The Amanda being a Fairfield County team, and Ironton being from down on the river in Lawrence County. So,
winner of this contest will move on to play the winner of Licking Valley and John Glenn.
That ought to be a really good game tonight. I think that's over in Zanesville,
Yeah,
Salisbury Stadium.
11-0 Licking Valley.
Yeah.
9-2 John Glenn.
Yeah, Coach Boffman's got had a great program for a long time, but he's got a really nice team this year. And John Glenn was the co-winners of the Muskingum Valley
right,
League.
yeah.
So good tussler. You got teams that are used to winning, and like I said, there are no bad teams on this week.
They share that with Sheridan this year?
They shared that with the Sheridan Generals. You are correct.
Who was last week knocked out by a good Jonathan Alder team.
Yes, an undefeated Jonathan Alder team.
Third down here for the Bulldogs, 3rd and 12. Coons looking to pass on the run again.
Oh, man.
And he overthrew him, but he was wide open, as you said, Marion. Couldn't get much more open than that. Nick Fiesel was the intended receiver, and I'm sure Otto would like to have that one back.
Yeah, he's beating his chest, guys, saying that one's on me. That's my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks from sitting up here.
Especially on the run.
No, and making, I mean, it's impressive when they do hit him. Now, here's another phase of Coon's game that he's really good, Jared.
Yeah.
He ranks in the top in Central Ohio, not just for average, but all the punting skills. He hits it for about 38, 39 yards a punt, but he can drop it in, and he's really talented.
End-over-end kick here. Be taken, fair catch at the 42-yard line by Peyton Shoemaker.
Okay, they finally got to stop. Now, if they can score here, you can build a little bit of confidence and change the momentum. Just kind of swing it somehow. You know, the last drive was pretty good, but ended with a really good Carroll defensive play down here.
Yeah, it's still lots of football game to play here.
And like I said, you got a good team. You just don't want to be fragile.
Right.
And what I mean by that, especially emotionally and mentally. You know, there are 3 parts of a sporting event.
Shanks hands it off to Shoemaker, going right up the middle, and he'll pick up 2 or 3 on the play.
You know, the physical part, the mental part, and the emotional part. And you've got to be sound in all 3 phases. And that goes for any sport.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Shanks, straight drop, looking to the right side, and overthrew his intended receiver. That was Phoenix Wolf.
You know, that's a tough pass to complete. He's on the left hash, throwing it to a right on a deep out pattern. That's tough.
Third down and 7 for Waverly. Shanks, back to pass. Great route there run by Zeke Brown. He knew exactly where he needed to go. He ran out, turned around, the pass was right there at him.
Yeah, Zeke's listed as tight end, but, you know, he's pretty mobile. See them move him around a little bit. They'll line him in a slot, short slot here. He's off the line now.
And we've got a whistle. Going to send a Bloom Carroll player off. Must have been showing signs. I don't know if he had blood on his jersey or just showing signs of injury, so the official made him come off. So Coons comes on. First and 10 Tigers, still looking to crack that scoreboard for the first time. They trail at 28-0, 11:06 to play in the first half. Shanks, what a catch out there by Will Futhi, and he's taken it to the end zone, touchdown Tigers.
You couldn't say it any better.
Wow.
What a catch. That was great coverage.
Great defense.
Yeah, great defense.
Futhi just made a better catch.
Well, Shanks put it on the money, and Futhi just went up. And that was a major concern that, you know, Coach Bartholomew talked about this week, about 6'5" Futhi being an athlete and being only a sophomore. Wow.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Heck of a catch.
Watch this replay here.
Yeah.
I mean, the coverage is there.
You can't do it any better
Uh-uh.
other than knocking it out somehow.
Jackson Wise to kick the extra point. It is up and it is good. So the Tigers get on the board. It's 28-7, 10:57 to play in the first half. Check that, Grayson Diener on the extra point. Some mix-up in numbers. What's strange is the roster that I have is the one that was sent to the OHSAA for tournament play.
Well, they sent us this one when we spoke to Waverly. They sent us the pregame.
Right.
Diener's had a good year kicking, so.
Yes, he has. So nice job there by the Tigers converting. They had good field position to work with. Started with their defense holding up, and then they put together a nice little drive.
Yeah, that helps you feel a little better right now. You know what? You made a big play.
Yep.
And now you feel like, okay, we swung some momentum here. Now we got to play. I mean, there's still almost 11 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Hey, you mentioned what was sent to us as far as stats and rosters and stuff from Waverly. I want to say thanks to Steve Murray from Waverly. He's the PA announcer for Waverly, and he sent me friends of Steve's for a long time, and he sent me a lot of good stats and information on the Tigers, and so I want to give a shout out to him. Thanks a lot to Steve. And of course, both these coaches, you had a chance to talk to them, and there's none better to work with than Wade Bartholomew. You send him an email or a phone call, and he's right on it.
Yeah, he responds, and Chris Crabtree at Waverly was just as researched offside.
Yeah, onside
surprise
kick,
onside, guys.
After this official's call, we'll get that scoring drive as you see it there.
Yeah, he was about 2 yards offside.
Free kick infraction on the kicking team. The kicker, the guy in place to kick the ball, did not kick the ball. 5-yard penalty.
Say what?
As the kicker approached to kick they had another player come in from the side and try to surprise onside kick the Bulldogs. You see that sometimes. Used to see it in the NFL game, and unfortunately, apparently it's against the rules in OHSAA.
You're not allowed to trick them anymore. Right? Okay.
I didn't know that.
No, I did not know that.
Okay, Johnny Carson.
But they were offside.
They were.
The end out here was about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage by the time the ball got kicked.
Diener is actually limping. He's got that left ankle heavily taped. Going to be a little pooch kick, and just went out of bounds. They tried what Ohio State did last week, which worked to perfection for the Buckeyes, but not this time for the Tigers.
Well, I got into watching the World Rugby. I like to watch world competition, whether it be Olympics or World Cup even though I'm not a huge fan during the season. I watch the World Rugby, and that's how they advance the football. If you don't lateral it, the only way you can advance it forward is kick it forward.
There was the replay of the illegal kick. As you see the drive summary,
free
4
kick
plays,
infraction
58.
on the kicking team. Ball went out of bounds on the 44. After a 5-yard penalty, going to be at the 49, first down.
First down for the Bulldogs. Great field position here.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, you've turned momentum, and now, of course, it's easy to sit up here and second guess.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Tim. I think they might have gotten greedy a little bit on that one because now you give Bloom Carroll a short field, and this offense has been clicking.
Yeah, a little too soon to try that onside kick. Here's Coons pulling it out of the belly of Scarberry, keeping it himself, and going to be taken out of bounds after a gain of about 4. Out to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Otto runs better. We've talked about him before. He doesn't look fast, but he's got great stride and covers ground.
He's rushed for 472 yards this year. 2,089 total yards, passing and rushing. Here's Scarberry. Scarberry breaks a tackle. Scarberry to the 30 and finally brought down at the 25-yard line.
That's right up the middle. I mean, there's no excuse to be dominated in the middle of the field. But they really have them stretched out. They've hit them with big plays, really giving them a lot of diversity. Watch right here. Look at the blocking. And Scarberry bounced off the initial tackle.
Yeah. Another good run for Hobie Scarberry. He'll bring up a second down and just 2, and they've got a tempo game going now. Coons keeps it himself, and he's following his blockers. Coons to the 10, takes a hit at the 6, and a nice run by Otto Coons. Scarberry stands to Coons' right. On the end around, here's Evans. Evans dives for the goal line and a touchdown, Bulldogs.
Just made it too easy. I mean, there was no time hardly taken off that clock
You're
in
right.
that drive. You know, like Marion said, just got a little greedy, and you got 52 yards to go, and they made it look simple.
Yep. Shirky comes on to attempt another extra point for the Bulldogs. And it's good. 10:08 to play in the first half. The Bulldogs lead in 35-7. Here's a Matt Taylor Kia replay of that touchdown run by Josh Evans.
Little jet sweep here. Good blocking again by the receivers out there, the flankers, and just really putting their body on people. Evans made sure he got airborne and cleared the pylon.
Leaped at the 2 across the goal line. So good job by the Bloom Carroll offense after giving up, after they gave up that touchdown. They come right back and score, which is, that's big for them.
It is big because they took momentum back.
Right.
Now we'll see if Waverly can gain it back. And a lot of times at this level of the playoffs and stuff, Jared, it goes like that. It does bounce back and forth.
Shirky to kick it away. Shoemaker back deep. Along with number 23. That's Phoenix Wolf. This one will be taken at the 1-yard line by Shoemaker. Shoemaker to the 20, spins, and finally brought down about the 27-yard line. Good return by Peyton Shoemaker.
He's a talented player. Anybody who's gained over 2,000 yards in a season.
5'9", 155-pound junior.
Well, that's the thing. When you look at this team, Waverly, they're going to be back next year.
Yeah. Waverly has outscored their opponents 393 to 208 on the season. Carroll 368 to 178.
Very even stuff.
5 plays, 56 yards, 49 seconds off the clock. A 6-yard touchdown run for Josh Evans. Big stop here for the Bulldogs on first down.
Again, they're sticking with their plan. Contain Shoemaker. He is the guy that they live on. He's gained 80-some%. We talked about that earlier. 87% of their yards on the ground. Take him out. Make him do something different.
Second down and 8. Shanks again. Gives to Shoemaker. And right there to meet him, the initial hit made by number 3. That's Trace Wisecarver. Third down, and looks like about 6 for the Tigers.
See the single coverage out here, Jared, like Marion brought up. Everybody else is inside the box.
And we've got a whistle and a timeout. Coach Bartholomew saw something he didn't like. He's going to call a timeout. Tonight's timeouts are being brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. Check out their website at carriagecompany.com.
And let's say thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
So the Bulldogs off to a great start here, 35-7. They lead it with 8:48 to play in the first half. Checking that score over in Jackson, still standing at 14-7. Ironton over Amanda Clear Creek. So the Aces trail by just 7. They're, like you said, they've got a tough task at hand, but
they
they're
do.
hanging tough right now.
Yeah, that's great. They're able to be in the game because Ironton's been a gauntlet. I think 152-0 last week.
Yeah. Winner of that game will move on to play the winner of Wheelersburg and Ridgewood, who are playing tonight at Lancaster.
They're both undefeated. I mean, West Lafayette's undefeated, and Wheelersburg's always good.
Is that ball caught on the sideline?
That is
a great catch.
That sure is.
That's Coons on the coverage, and he had great coverage, but how about the catch by Zeke Brown?
Well, and the throw, too.
Yeah.
Threw it away from the defender. Zeke has been the feature offensively for Tigers tonight.
Shanks back to pass. Fires to the near side, or the middle of the field, rather, and almost intercepted on the coverage.
We got an official down, guys.
Oh, no.
So there was a collision of some sort.
That's the danger of being an official right in the middle of the field, and they have no padding on, and oftentimes this is what happens. They get run into. Hopefully he'll be all right. He's being attended to by the Waverly training staff. See him talking there to the trainer. I didn't see it happen. I was watching the play develop downfield.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Maybe we have a replay of that.
Tell you another thing that's tough too. Not only just maneuvering around all these guys, running around with the pads on, but a lot of times, this turf, it's tough sometimes. It can catch in those shoes. We'll see it here. That was the catch before. That's an amazing catch.
Yeah, that's the play before. That's a great catch.
That's a really good catch, great pass. Like you said, he put it right where the only place he could.
Yeah, it was the play after that, and Carroll almost intercepted it. But that play was to the left, and he's over on the right side of the field.
See the official rubbing his head. Here was oh, wow. You see it right there in the middle, right about the 50. Yeah, he just didn't
the umpire?
See him. Yeah, he just didn't see him.
And guys, I played this game for a long time, and been watching it. I was 8 or 9 years old, and I've always been shocked that doesn't happen more often.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, really, it is a really dangerous game for the players alone. You talk about the officials that have to maneuver around there, as you said, Jordan, without any pads on. Just glad that official was okay.
And he's up and ready to go. Here's the replay down the field. Back to live action. Shoemaker trying to get to the outside, and he stopped after a loss on the play.
Yeah, just great defensive preparation here by Bloom Carroll. I mean, it's shown all first half. This pursuit, putting him in the box, keeping him away from running between the tackles, forcing him outside, but having somebody to contain him. Just outstanding defensive concepts.
3rd down and 12 for the Tigers. Shanks looking to pass, and it's tipped. A screen pass was tipped. Great job getting in there, number 50. That's Aiden Kirby.
Really good pressure and a great job of getting the hands up.
Well, this Bulldog team is just, man, they're playing lights out tonight, playing with a purpose.
Well, they came out and set the tone. Then they got a couple breaks and took advantage of them, and all of a sudden you're in the driver's seat.
4th down and 12. Tigers will be forced to punt. Nice high kick. Fair catch called for and taken at the 35-yard line by the Bulldogs. 7:49 to play in the first half. Tigers of Waverly trailing Bloom Carroll 35-7.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Ohio, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women.
Shu, going back to the very beginning of the football game, we talked about our keys to the game. And one of the things that you said, and you talked to Coach Bartholomew about this, was control Shoemaker. You've got that listed as number 1 on your notes. That's what they've done so far tonight.
They have, and you're not going to stop a really good player, but you can control him.
Here's Coons on 1st down running for 10 yards. On the other side,
Coach Crabtree really wanted to control Otto Coons and especially his rushes, and they've not been able to do that,
right.
Jared.
You're right.
So the coaches know, but it all comes down to the execution.
Sure.
Game's about the players, and they've got to do it.
Harmon back in the backfield this series. It does seem like it's been every other series. Harmon, Scarberry, and that's great. You've got them. Keep one set of legs fresh. Get them in there the next series.
Yeah, and when you play nowadays with the one-back offense, why not?
Yeah. Here's Harmon again. Gets up to about the 47 of the Tigers. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Just one last thing. We're talking about the running backs there. How many times have we talked about, with all the games that we do for the Lancaster Golden Gales, the number of running backs that are able to rotate in and get carries and keep guys fresh? It's been to Bloom Carroll's benefit that they've been able to do the exact same thing on the offensive side.
I mean, they're playing no tight end right now, Jared. 5
You're
wide.
Right.
Little fake the jet sweep.
Coons has the first down. Clock rolls at 6:36 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Otto's a tough runner. He gets right in there between the tackles and mixes it up. I like it. Those are designed. That is not just him creating something.
1st and 10. Bulldogs. Coons gets it to Harmon. Harmon down the near sideline. Close to another first down.
Yeah, now if that was to the wide side of the field, had they been on the other hash mark, he might have turned that up. He just, he ran out of room here.
Ironton Fighting Tigers have put another score on the board. They now lead Amanda Clear Creek 21-7. Still in the second quarter. Coons now will have Harmon to his right. 3 receivers out to the left side on 2nd down and 2. Here is Harmon. Wow, big hit there and big takedown. Number 7 got in there quickly for the Tigers. That's Jackson Poe. And then the stop made by number 2, Zeke Brown.
Zeke has been all over the place tonight, offensively and defensively.
Poe was actually in there so quick that Coons had to look back and make sure he got the hand. Look at him. He had to make sure he got the handoff into Harmon. Third down and 3 here for Bloom Carroll. Coons to the left side, has the first down and more. Otto Coons all the way up to the 25.
See how he shows that burst, though?
Yeah.
He's really deceiving. I mean, we saw him run into the line. He's big, he's strong, he got the yardage, but he shows his athleticism right there when he kicks it in gear.
Got a whistle from an official. Now they're going to wind the clock. Nope, now they're going to stop the clock. They'll reset the play clock.
Is that the drums here? Or is Tecumseh going on outside of town? I don't know.
Coons looks over to the sideline to get the call. Uh-oh, snap goes to the right of Otto Coons. And Otto just going to have to try to make something out of nothing here. He's going to step out of bounds right about the 30-yard line. Turns out to be just about a, 3-4 yard loss. Could have been disaster there.
Yeah, he kept his composure, and he does that. We've seen him through the years here. He's really matured into that. He keeps his cool.
Amazing that was only a 5-yard loss, guys.
Right.
It could have been way worse.
Coons pulls the handoff out and now passes downfield. It's caught and out of bounds at the 20.
Yeah, that's really a good football play, Jared. Play action and then throw and catch is real good. Good coverage by Tigers, but just outstanding execution.
Yeah, Brandon Dodds on the reception for the Bulldogs. Here's the replay.
Look at that, play action, and look at the zip on this one.
Yeah.
That's when he looks big time.
3rd down and 4. It's complete and a first down and more down to near the 10-yard line.
Those out passes, he looks like a big-time player throwing the ball on those. That's not that easy to put him on the money on those outs.
Evan Willett on the reception.
And guys, I don't know if you're going to get a chance to look at the replay, but Coons caught that snap one-handed. It was low and away, and just the ability to even catch that one. Great job by him.
Talking about Coons, after this play, I'm going to tell you, somebody mentioned to me this week who they reminded him of. Here's a pass to the corner of the end zone through the hands of the intended receiver, Trace Weiscarver. But somebody mentioned to me this week, they said, you know, when I watch Otto Coons on Friday nights, high school football, he reminds me of a high school Joe Burrow, how Joe Burrow played and looked when he was in high school.
That's a good call.
It is good.
2nd down and 10. They can get a first down at about the 1-yard line. Otto. Again, overthrows that one. A little bit too much zip on that one, I think.
Yeah, it sailed on him a little bit.
He's patting himself on the chest. He said, that's my bad. Look at that. How about the hands there? 3rd down and 10. And the Bulldogs will take a timeout with 3rd down and 10.
Real good timeout.
Timeout's brought to you by the Carriage Company on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
And let's say thanks to Larry Tipton and the gang at Buffalo Wild Wings. Boy, that makes me hungry even to say, Jared.
I hear you.
For great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town, it's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. And remember, all of our football games will be televised with their instant replay on the big screens immediately after the game at the Buffalo Wild Wings Lancaster location.
Great crowd on hand here tonight on both sides of the field. On the far side, the Waverly Tigers, well, they brought a big crowd. They've got the entire visiting stadium packed up, and on the near side, this is a big stadium here at Chillicothe, at Hernstein Field, and Bloom Carroll's got almost the entire thing full.
Tremendous atmosphere tonight.
I want to thank the folks here at Chillicothe for their hospitality. Just a really nice facility. We'll talk about Hernstein Field here in just a little bit. It took them a long time to finally find a place to settle in, and they've definitely settled in here at Hernstein. Coons drops back to pass, hits his man to the 5, and inside the 5. I don't think he has enough for the first down, but good pass and catch there. Is that Austin Freer on there? Is that 13?
Pass complete.
Yeah, it was Austin Freer on the reception. See, they've got so many weapons out there.
No, we talked earlier about it. I mean, I named off, 4 or 5 guys that he can throw to that have been, very good at receiving his passes.
And look at this. It was 4th down and 1, and they drew him off sides.
Yeah, but how close are they?
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, number 62, half the distance to the goal, still 4th down.
See, I think we're talking inches now.
Wait a second. I thought earlier they could have gotten the first down at the 1-yard line.
No, I think they were right at the 10.
So maybe I guess the yard, that's what it was. The markers had not, they still had their markers standing up, and now they've got them laying down. That's what had me confused there.
Well, they're at the half-yard line right now. I don't know how much closer they could get, to be honest with you. You have to have Marion go down there with a, yardstick.
Maybe an index card.
There you go. Or a credit card.
Coons going to keep it himself. He's got the block of Scarberry, and he dives for the pylon. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Touchdown Bulldogs.
I mean, the guy's 6'3" or 4. He had to make that.
Yeah.
And they put 40 points up here in the first half. Wow.
And you look at the 2 losses that Waverly has had. In both those losses, they gave up 41 and 42.
Right. Even though their seasonal numbers are around 21 or whatever, those 2 teams, and we talked about Wheelersburg playing tonight, and Unioto had a winning season. We've seen the Sherman Tanks before too. They're always pretty sound and do run the football very well.
And guys, I don't know if you're going to get a chance to look at that replay again,
Watching it now, buddy.
Yeah, he doesn't get in the end zone without that block.
Yeah, you're
on
right.
the outside. I mean, he did a fantastic job of holding his block just long enough.
Yep.
Robbie Duncan, again, he's had a great season as well, but, man, just a great block to get in the end zone on 4th down.
I'll be honest with you. If there was replay in high school football, that one would be replay. That was close.
I still think he made it.
I think he did too, but I think that's what the official was kind of hesitant on. Did his right knee go out of bounds before he touched the pylon? But I think he made the right call.
Yeah, Bloom Carroll's receivers have done a tremendous job tonight with their downfield blocking, and just the whole game plan has just been, they got gifted a couple things early, but they've kind of taken the bull by the horns here in this quarter.
Yeah.
And showed that they probably are the better football team.
Definitely looks that way so far. Shirky to kick it away. And that one's into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, he's been slipping tonight. He kicked 2 to the 1-yard line.
The ball just jumps off of his foot, different than a lot of high school kickers. I mean, he's got a strong leg.
Well, he's done all the things in the offseason. He went to the kicking camps. He's made the time to do it right. And that's how you get good.
Yep. Marion, go ahead. I'm sorry I cut you off there.
No, I was just going to say, Otto Coons is having such a fantastic night, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, he's committed to Eastern Illinois next season.
Yeah,
so,
you're right.
Yeah, so we'll continue his career at the next level, obviously, and really just a tremendous compliment to what he's been able to do at the high school level.
And the way things are now, Marion, there's no guarantee that he would stay there for his whole career. It's much more easy, especially with the portal and everything.
Right. But I tell you, Eastern Illinois, a really good football program. Yeah. A couple really good alumni from Eastern Illinois, Tony Romo and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
So,
there's hurt.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so good quarterback play coming out of Eastern Illinois.
Yep.
Look at the scoring drive from the last drive. 15 plays, 65 yards, 4:18 off the clock. 1-yard touchdown run for Coons. That is rare to see 4 minutes come off the clock in a drive from the Bulldogs.
But that's a real good drive for them.
It is. Here's Shoemaker. Shoemaker trying to get to the outside. Gets a block. Shoemaker cuts back, and a nice run here by Peyton Shoemaker across the 40.
Well, they've hemmed him in almost all night, so he's going to get some things. I always found it interesting in scouting per se. We need to stop. Now, you don't stop really good players.
Yeah.
You control them and contain them.
Right.
And make them feel a little uncomfortable.
Shanks looking to pass. Fires one down the far side. A great job making an adjustment out there to come back for it. That's Futhi.
He's really good, Jared. The defensive back did not turn his head, and he saw the ball was going to be thrown. Otherwise, he came back and caught it. That's really impressive for a young player.
1st and 10, Tigers. Shanks. Again, out to the right side, and a nice catch again. This time, it's number 2. That's Zeke Brown. We've called his name a lot tonight as well.
Zeke has been huge in the receiving end. And what I like about Shanks that time, I'm surprised he saw that because we had the same angle he did.
I didn't see it.
No, he saw the receiver. That's a great vision.
Zeke Brown 6'3", Futhi 6'5". That's a couple nice receivers to throw to. Here's Shoemaker right up the middle. Pretty good run there on 1st down.
Yeah, you're sitting over here on the Carroll sideline, and in the coaching end, and I can feel it. Fortunately been there before. You got a big lead and you're playing really well, but you don't want them to relax.
Right.
For 8's down, Cody Harmon. He was limping after that last play. Yeah, now he's down.
Uh-oh. Looks like he's reaching for that right ankle. Well, I think there goes Harmon running by. No, that's Scarborough. Okay, so Harmon is down. Coach Bartholomew will go out and check on him as well. His team leads at 42-7 with 2:18 to play here in this first half. He's definitely in some pain.
Talk about last night, some of the games last night. Groveport.
Wow.
Huge upset for the Cruisers.
Win. Yeah.
Great win for them beating Liberty, Olentangy in Division I.
Yeah.
They beat Hilliard-Davidson and Olentangy Liberty back-to-back weeks. That's pretty impressive,
yes,
Jared.
It is.
Those are really good programs.
See if we can pick up here on the replay where he injured himself.
You know, he's showing some
After the injury
distress,
timeout,
unfortunately.
Tigers have the ball 2nd and 4 on the Bloom Carroll 13.
2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. Shanks will just turn to his right and hand it to Shoemaker, and he runs into a wall, and that wall's named Hobie Scarberry. No, check that. That number 3, it's Weiscarver. They have just as many weapons on defense as they do offense.
They do. The Weiscarver boys come from good bloodline.
Yeah. Third down and 4 for the Tigers. Here's Shoemaker. And again, hit by Weiscarver and driven backwards.
Shoemaker on the carry, taking the ball down the 10-yard line. Hit by Trace Weiscarver. Make it 4th down.
Here was the play where Harmon was injured. Oh, he just got rolled up on.
Yeah.
He tried to get up, and then, oh, yeah, you could feel it right there. Oh. Back to live action, 4th down and 2, and the Tigers will take a timeout. That's a good timeout right there.
You got 1:10 to go. You got to score here.
Yeah.
You want to feel like you still have a chance.
I want to tell you, coming up here at halftime, we'll have the halftime band show. We'll see the Bloom Carroll Bulldog Marching Band from their Fairfield County Fair show. Stay tuned. That'll be coming up. Brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory, and Monuments. Family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home. Respect for tradition, regard for change. The halftime band show will also be brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Here we go, 4th down and 2 for the Tigers. They need to get to the 8-yard line. Shanks looking to pass, fires to the end zone, and broken up by Otto Coons.
He wanted an interference, offensive pass interference. He wanted that.
1st down and 10 for the 13.
So nice stand there for Bloom Carroll. That's 2 times that we've seen Waverly inside the 15-yard line, and they've gone for it on 4th down rather than try to take points and kick a field goal.
Yeah, but I agree being behind. It just stings that you don't convert in that situation. You need the points. If you're talking 42-21, you kind of feel like we got a shot here with 2 quarters to go. But down 5 scores, Jared, pretty hard.
Yeah.
Just due to the clock. And you have an unwilling participant on the other side, too.
Coons will hand it to Scarberry. Scarberry fighting for yardage. Gets out near the 15. Clock will roll inside of a minute to play in the first half.
Hobie Scarberry on the carry. Hit first by number 22.
You can hear some Bloom Carroll fans. We want a touchdown.
They're getting spoiled. Right now, you just want to run the clock out, get you guys in the locker room, and then make sure they come back out with the same focus they had to start the game.
Absolutely. Here's Scarberry again. And going to be brought down right about the 18-yard line. Needed to get to the 20 for the 1st down. 3rd down and 2. If they elect to run a play, I think they're just going to let the clock run out.
They don't have to. Don't run it.
Well, Marion, you couldn't ask for much better of a first half out of the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What'd you say, Jared?
I said you couldn't ask for much better of a first half out of the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they've really just been clicking on all cylinders, have looked the part, every bit of the part, whether they're running, whether they're passing. Again, as I said, Otto Coons looks as in sync as he's been all year. Just a tremendous start, and for Waverly, you've just got to find a way to, as I said before, just kind of stop the bleeding and kind of get back into this game somehow, some way.
Yeah, Tim, Coach Crabtree and his staff have their work cut out for them.
They do. Unfortunately, not scoring there with 1:10 to go in the half, you would have felt a heck of a lot better going into the locker room and coming back out. But that's the way it is, and you know what? you got to deal with it. So you go in and you coach it and you come back and you try to win both quarters. You never surrender, and good teams never do.
Halftime here at Hernstein Field, the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs lead the Waverly Tigers 42-7 in this playoff matchup. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the halftime band show. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs at the Fairfield County Fair, the Parade of Bands. We'll see that show coming up next on the High School Football Game of the Week.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Dawn's Furniture, South Central Power, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Fairfield National Bank, Jeffrey Wilson DDS, Matt Taylor Kia, Fairfield County Adam H., the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Connor Insurance Agency, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you.
The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you have earned it.
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
At Dagger Law, we have more than 110 years of combined expertise in nearly every part of law.
What I think sets us apart from any other law firm is our ability to work together.
With us, you're getting a trusted partner, in addition to a team who can help you with a growing business, changing family, planning your future, or dealing with land issues.
It's a challenge every day, and you meet an awful lot of nice people.
Your case matters. We'll take the time and the energy to ensure that you have a quality experience, quality representation.
Whatever you need, we have a lawyer who can help. Dagger Law. Local, trusted, experienced.
And now, live from Carroll, Ohio, on the campus of Bloom Carroll Local Schools, under the direction of Mr. Rob Falvo, assisted by Corey Burrow, Caitlin Tope, Andy Reeser, and Lauren Hoschbach, we present the pride of the Bulldog Country, the award-winning Bloom Carroll Marching Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are led by Field Commander Allie Kimmons. Today, the Marching Bulldogs begin their fair show performance with their 2019 competition show entitled Clockworks. Time has its own dimensions, and neither the sun nor the clock can encompass them all. Featuring soloists Kyle Griefey, Lexi Polonis, Lizzie Haskins-Childers, Bridget Broush, and Kyle Wellman. Please welcome the Bulldogs! The Marching Bulldogs recently competed at the Band of Gold Invitational at Lancaster High School, where they earned Class B Best Percussion, Class B First Place, overall Class C and B Best General Effects, and Class C and D Grand Champions. We conclude our performance with a song released on March 1st, 2019 through Republic Records. It is the group's first single together in 6 years. It has reached #1 in Australia, Canada, Latvia, Mexico, New Zealand, Singapore, Slovakia, and the United States. Choreography by Zach Weingartner. Here is the Jonas Brothers, Sucker! Let's hear it for the Marching Bulldogs of Bloom Carroll.
Did you know that 2/3 of teens and young adults who report abuse of prescription medicines are getting it from people they know, including friends and family? We need to remember to secure them in a safe place, even lock them up if necessary. Monitor your medications so you know exactly how many pills are in each bottle. And finally, keep track of your refills. If you are done with their use, properly dispose them to avoid abuse. You can do this in a number of ways. 1. Take them to a local drop box at the Lancaster or Pickerington Police Departments or at one of our drug take-back events. 2. Take the drugs out of their containers, mix them with cat litter or used coffee grounds in a container, seal and place them in the trash. Remember to remove all personal information from your pill bottles. Or 3. Check the prescription information regarding the specifics if the medication could be flushed, or call your pharmacist. Remember, if you are done with its use, properly dispose to avoid abuse.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
Hi, I'm Rich. Welcome to Lines Auto Service.
Lines Auto Service, a full-service preventative maintenance and automotive repair center. Our employees are dedicated, hard-working members of this community and care about you and your vehicle long after you leave. Lines Auto Service is family owned and operated and uses the latest in diagnostic equipment to guarantee your vehicle is serviced correctly. We use only quality replacement parts, and our expert team of ASE certified technicians will treat you with courtesy and respect. Stop by and see us at Lines Auto Service, 268 North Broad Street in Bremen, and we'll look forward to calling you our friend.
Being a first-time parent is very nerve-wracking going into the hospital. You don't really know what to expect. The nurses, the staff, the doctors, everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease. They answered any questions we asked. They supported us through the whole delivery, the post-delivery, our stay in the hospital. We felt like we were part of their family. I wouldn't have put myself or my daughter in anybody else's hands. Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
And welcome back to Hernstein Field at halftime. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs with an outstanding first half. They lead it 42-7 over the Waverly Tigers in this Division IV playoff matchup, week number 12. And the Bulldogs looking good. They will kick off to start the second half. Here comes Shoemaker. Shoemaker, one side of the field to the other, trying to get to that outside. And Shoemaker will be knocked out of bounds right about the 19-yard line. That's where Waverly will go on offense to start this second half. First half summary report brought to you by Fairfield County Parks, inviting you to Joaquina Nature Preserve before it closes for the winter. It's a beautiful time of the year to take in breathtaking views of the wetlands and forest. All of the other parks are open year-round. Why not enjoy crisp autumn days walking the recently improved and extended Paw Paw Trail at Smeck Park in Baltimore? Find these and our other locations at fairfieldcountyparks.org. When you talk about a summary of that first half, it was all Bulldogs, Tim.
Well, turnovers led the big plays. Sorry, excuse me. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, the turnovers led the big plays, and Carroll was just very consistent. And, you know, we talked at the end of the half how Waverly had a hard time twice being able to punch it in to really kind of keep it within shouting distance.
Yeah.
But you just got to try to win this quarter.
Shanks looking to pass. Oh, almost picked off. What an attempt or effort by Caleb Swartz. He almost brought in an amazing interception there. Checking the score from over at Jackson, Ironton has boosted their lead to 14. They lead at 21-7 over Amanda Clear Creek. That one in the third quarter as well. Third down and 10 here for the Waverly Tigers. Keep in mind, this game at over a 30-point spread, it means it's a running clock here in the second half until it drops below 30. Shanks looking to pass, and well underthrown, intended for number 6. That's Will Futhi.
Yeah, just a little short again. Didn't quite put enough on it.
Bring up a fourth down and 10, and the Tigers going to be forced to punt right out of the gate here on their first drive. We'll get some stats after this punt from our first half. Great half for Bloom Carroll.
Well, nobody expected it to be like this. I mean, nobody in the stadium.
Diener almost had it blocked, but he still gets it away, and it takes a Waverly bounce all the way down inside the 40, and it's still rolling. Finally down at the 37-yard line. Our first half stats are brought to you by Dr. Jeffrey Wilson, DDS, with over 35 years of experience. Dr. Jeffrey Wilson and his staff are committed to providing the best dental services to their patients. Happy patients make perfect smiles, and Dr. Jeffrey Wilson and his staff will make sure your dental health and comfort is their top concern. Now accepting new patients, Dr. Wilson is currently located in Bremen, but will be expanding and bringing his years of service to Lancaster this fall. His office can be reached at 740-569-7563 to make an appointment. There you see the stats.
We'll talk about those after this play here. Interesting. Number one thing Coach Bartholomew said offensively, we want to rush the football. We've seen the teams, they've had a little trouble with the teams that were able to do that. 186 yards to their 57. Wow. Shoemaker averages 200 a game.
Unbelievable.
He has 57. And just solid on the passing game, hit the big plays, no turnovers. Pretty simple. Sometimes. to do the things that you need to do to win, and the players have executed really well.
Second down and 8 here for the Bulldogs. Here's Scarberry up across the 45.
Again, rush the football.
Marion, I don't know if you've had a chance to check into that injury from late in that first half to Harmon, but he's not in there for this first drive.
Yeah, unfortunately I have not, Jared, but again, as you said, he's still not in the game, so something that you hope just doesn't rear its head later in the season if Bloom Carroll is able to hold on and win this game.
Absolutely. I see him down there on the sideline kind of limping around. Looks like he's got ice on that right ankle, and with a 42-7 lead, just hold him out. Here's a first down pass out to about the 46 of Waverly. Evan Willett on the reception.
He ran a nice route. He went, he pivoted, and I tell you, Coons put it on the money. That is accuracy.
First and 10, Bulldogs. Coons keeps it himself right up the middle, and he gets out near the 40-yard line.
I like watching Coons run. When he's determined, he shows the toughness, shows his athleticism, shows some quickness. Really enjoyable.
Second and 5 here for Bloom Carroll, leading it 42-7. Early in the third quarter. We say early, but with a running clock, we're midway through it.
Isn't it amazing how fast it goes with a running clock?
Coons hands it off to Scarberry. Scarberry breaking tackles. Has a first down out to about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, when he hit the second phase, he made a really nice cut too, Jared. Planted, changed direction. Go ahead, Marion.
I was just going to say, just to close the loop there, we were talking about Cody Harmon. We understand, we're just told in our area that he has a cut above his shin, and it appears to be a pretty tough one. But again, hopefully it isn't something that's going to keep him out long term for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no kidding there. That's definitely not something you want to hear.
And here's something you can do when the clocks, I know you can practice it, but it sure makes it nice when you have the play clocks on the field. The players can actually look at it and run this down. Yeah. To shred time off.
This time, Coons is wrapped up in the backfield. Number 2, Zeke Brown, once again.
Great job, penetration. Watch right here.
This was that run by Scarberry.
Yeah, watch the foot fake right here. Step,
wow.
Elude. Nice job. It looks simple, but it makes a big result.
Yeah. Second down and about 11 here for Bloom Carroll. Coons looking to pass, has all kinds of pressure. Coons on the run, throws across the middle, and it's almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of number 1, that is Peyton Shoemaker.
They always say when you throw late over the middle, it's not going to be good for a quarterback. Almost wasn't. Very fortunate. Coons has escapability, though. We've seen that over the years. He's deceivingly sneaky back there. He knows when to get away.
And guys, real quick, I don't know if you saw in front of me just a second ago, the backup quarterback, KJ Benedict, was warming up. So I wouldn't be surprised if they've got a quick hook for Coons this half, just not do anything crazy or get him injured.
Mm-hmm. Third down, 11.
Yeah, you also got to remember he plays safety and he punts.
That's true. Pressure here, and complete, but just barely getting back to the original line of scrimmage just to bring up a 4th down and 10. Look at this, going to bring on Shirky to attempt a long field goal, and he sprinted out there. He's ready for it.
Well, Jared, let me tell you about Shirky this year. He's 6 for 7 between 40 and 49 yards. How about that for high school?
Here we go at 51.
Will this be a career long, guys?
It might be.
I believe so.
Oh, high snap. I think that messed up his timing. And it's going to be wide to the left and a little bit short.
I like the effort.
Yeah. Why not, you know? Why not give it a try? So the Tigers will take over, 3:36 to play. You see Shirky there.
He expected to make it.
Yeah, he did.
Like I said, he's 6 for 7 between 40 to 49 yards. You don't see that out of high school.
Our Interface Video Productions crew tonight. Our producer-director, Bob Campetti. Donnie Ziegfeld is on the graphics. Beth Campetti is our statistician. On cameras tonight, Tom Russo. And high atop Hernstein Field is Jason Roush. There's Jason.
With all his friends.
For a minute there, I thought he was up in the Goodyear blimp or something. Pass is intercepted by the Bulldogs. Bo Wisecarver. There are flags on the field, though. Two of them. Yeah, I think it's going to be interference on Wisecarver. We'll get our Don's Furniture Mattress call here.
You know, I think it's the right call, Jared.
Yeah.
I felt like he shoved the receiver, pushed off to get back to the ball.
Pass interference on the defense, number 20, 15-yard penalty, first down.
If we show it again, I think you'll clearly see the push off.
Yeah, but I think the unfortunate thing for Bloom Carroll, guys, I don't know that he really had to. I think he would have got that interception, without the push if he just ran through the ball and made the catch.
Anytime you extend your arms in sports, here we see a replay of it. Official's going to call what it looks like.
That's ticky-tack, but
I felt like initially when I saw it that he put his hands and gained an advantage.
Second down and 7 coming up.
I don't think he was going to call it had the ball been incomplete,
sure,
to be honest
I
with
agree.
You.
Yeah, the flags did seem a little late. Here's Shoemaker. Quickly up the middle for a first down. Clock rolls under 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. 42-7. Bloom Carroll in control of this one. And errant pass there from Shanks.
He's just not had his accuracy on these outs.
No, he hasn't. Second down and 10. Shanks gives off to Shoemaker. Here's Shoemaker. Up close to another first down.
Well, he has really good footwork.
Yeah, he does. You mentioned that this team, with a lot of young players, this is a good football team. Bloom Carroll obviously putting it to them right here tonight, but there's a flag coming out. It might be a 5-yard face mask.
Shoemaker on the carry.
Do they even have a face mask? 5-yard in high school?
Maybe not.
Face mask on the defense, number 52, 5-yard penalty. Result will be a first down.
It definitely was incidental.
But you look at this roster, Will Futhi, they've got him listed as a freshman. You say he's a sophomore, but Peyton Shoemaker, a junior. The quarterback Shanks is a sophomore. Zeke Brown, who we've called a lot tonight, he's a sophomore. Down the right sideline, that ball up for grabs and tipped. Good defense there by, is that Wisecarver? I think so.
That's what I said. It wouldn't be a bad job coaching the basketball team at Waverly. Travis Robertson, he's an excellent player at Worcester Courthouse, and he's a Muskingum grad. I'm going to get on him if he didn't have a really good year this year.
And time's going to round out here in the third quarter as the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs hold on to a 42-7 lead heading into the final quarter of play here with a running clock. Tonight's second half scoreboard is brought to you by Buckeye Lake Marina. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Buckeye Lake is back and better than ever, and the gang of Buckeye Lake Marina looks forward to your support. Tim, we got some really interesting information about Hernstein Field here in Chillicothe. It took them a while. It took Chillicothe High School a while to find a resting place for their football team, a place to finally call home and play all their games. And then they finally found this place, and they've got them a good one right now.
Yeah, you're talking about football when it goes back here in Chillicothe, turn of the century, 1900 and 1898. But, this field was built here in 1935. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And like you said, but they had to get help to build it from the local Meade Paper Company here. There was only one stipulation, that if you worked at Meade, you got into all the games free. Pretty good deal, huh?
Yeah. And there's a fumble. Going the other way for the Bulldogs is Hobie Scarberry. No, that's not Scarberry. I think that's Weiscarver again, isn't it? No, 26. That's Eli Coppice taking the fumble in for a touchdown.
Unbelievable.
They're watching the replay on the video board. That's pretty cool that they're able to do that here.
Yeah. You talk about this field, though, but this is on Arch Street here. And you say, why is it called Hernstein? Well, he was a long-time board member in the school district down here for years and contributed a lot, not just financially, but a lot of time and service. So here we are, Hernstein Field in Chillicothe.
Extra point up and good, and the Bulldogs add on. They lead it 49-7. 11:46 to play in the ball game.
To extend on that thought, Jared, what I like about it here is it's a little bit of the mix of the old and the new. We have the old style entrance with the stone and some of the things, but we have the new with the turf and the beautiful track and all the facilities here. Lots of seating.
Yeah.
Lots of parking. So, what a good facility here in southeastern Ohio to have it.
Yeah, these stadiums that are being built these days with press boxes on both sides of the field and video boards, it just makes it for a really good experience for fans. We always talk about it being a community event.
It is.
And people pay to get in. They want to be entertained, and they're definitely entertained at facilities like this.
Good site. Good medium place between, really deep southern Ohio and central Ohio so that they can have a neutral field to play on during the playoffs. I wish I had taped what Coach Crabtree told me. He says we got to control Coons and eliminate big plays and make sure we don't turn it over.
Well,
how about that?
Kickoff be taken at about the 1 foot line by Shoemaker. Here comes Shoemaker. And a good return all the way out to the 40-yard line.
He's dynamic, and he's back next year.
Yeah. Checking the score from over at Jackson. The Ironton Fighting Tigers lead Amanda Clear Creek 24-7. That game in the third quarter at Holzer Field, Jackson.
Throw a little tidbit out there for somebody that might be interested. Jackson's coached by Trevon Pendleton. Pendleton played at Portsmouth West, Jared, and he was a 3-year starter at Michigan State.
Ironton?
Ironton, I mean. Yeah, he was a 3-year starter at Michigan State. And Ironton has a rich tradition.
Yes,
Coach Lutz was there. He is the winningest coach in the state of Ohio history.
Wow.
And he's actually in the National High School Hall of Fame. Coach Lutz you'll like this, 42 years, won 81% of his games.
Wow. Impressive.
I know, it's not really, they're not here tonight, the Tigers, but we've seen them before over the years, and they are an impressive football program.
Shanks pass out to number 10. It's complete. That is Mark Stoley. They'll bring up a third down and about 6 or 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Shanks again to pass. It's complete to Futhi, and it's a first down.
Now, that's a good throw. He's had, a little trouble being accurate on his outs. Shanks has, but he put that one in there. And I'll tell you what, if it's near Futhi, he'll catch it.
Yeah, he will.
He's shown that tonight.
Here's Shoemaker right up the middle. Across the 40. Good run there on first down.
Yeah, see, he's getting a running start now. There, he did not get too many of those earlier in the game.
Coach Bartholomew trying to get some fresh players into the ball game as Shoemaker runs for another first down.
Somebody says, why, if it's a running clock, why are the officials waving their hands to stop the clock? Because they got to keep their mechanics the same, because the majority of games they work do not have running clocks.
Right. Shoemaker this time stopped shy of the 30-yard line.
See, the majority of the time, that's what we've seen. Gang tackling in the middle of the field and keeping them contained inside.
See if I can get a score on that Licking Valley and John Glenn game. As Shanks throws for close to, looks like another first down.
That's a first down. Tigers, first down and 10. Carroll 22.
Looks like checking that Licking Valley and John Glenn game in the fourth quarter. It's a tight one. Licking Valley leads 20-14. Firing to the end zone. Is that caught by Futhi? They're fighting for it. Touchdown! Wow, what a pitch and catch there.
You know, and if it's a tie as far as they both have it at the same time, it goes to the offense, Jared. Futhi is he's really something.
He is.
I mean, he's
really good.
Trying to think of the right word, and I think the word that Coach Bartholomew used is that he's dynamic.
Yeah.
And he is dynamic.
Injured Bulldog down in the back of the end zone.
I believe that's 21 Drew Angelo, guys. He was injured on that coverage.
Yeah, he was the one fighting for the football. I don't know if we have a replay of that. That was an impressive catch in the back of the end zone.
That's not the first one he's made tonight.
Oh, wow. He dropped that.
Where'd he drop it?
Yeah, he dropped that at the end of the play, guys. They actually just showed it on the Jumbotron.
Well, they must be saying that he had control of it before he dropped it.
When he landed.
Huh.
And there is no appeal in high school, people. You can express your displeasure.
Let's watch it again here.
I don't know. When he lands, Jared,
he's got it there.
He's rolling over. I say he's got it.
He still has it.
He has it.
It didn't come out until they were wrestling right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, right there. That's where it comes out.
I say it's a touchdown. Yeah. I think it's a good call. The referee, look at his angle.
Yeah. And you're up 49-7 when they score that. 49-14 now.
You still want to get it right, especially if you officiate.
Checking the score from the other game in the Division IV playoffs. Licking Valley currently leads John Glenn 20-14 in a tight one.
Wow. It's in Zanesville.
That's in the fourth quarter. So we were kind of speculating on where the next matchup would be for Bloom Carroll. If it's against John Glenn, most likely at Zanesville again.
I would guess Zanesville would be a neutral site, and it's a great facility there, Salzburger Stadium. As far as if it's Valley, I'm not sure what they might do, because you're talking about Fairfield to Licking, and what you would do is move Licking Valley west toward Columbus.
Reynoldsburg, possibly?
Possibly. New Albany has a great facility.
I'm sure they wouldn't play it at Lancaster. They wouldn't allow Carroll to go that short of a trip.
No, you don't want to keep them in the same county.
Yeah.
You move both teams out of the county. It's only fair. I will tell you this, one time we were coaching at Lancaster High School, and we had to play North Canton Hoover in regional basketball, and we played them at the Canton Fieldhouse.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's that fair?
It wasn't. But you got to play, and they tell you where to play. Fortunately, we played very well that night.
Coons is still in the ball game at quarterback. His team leads at 49-14. 7:47 to play. Here's Scarberry on a tough run right up the middle, getting a first down.
He's really had, I said this earlier, he's had a really good year because he plays both ways. He's the leading tackler. At some point, you got to take some guys out.
Yeah, here comes a whole new offensive line coming in now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and if you're the back, you're going, thanks, coach.
My guess is next play, he'll get the receivers and backs out.
No, you know what? When you're a team, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're happy for each other.
Coons hands it off to Scarberry again. This time, not a whole lot there. Second down and 10 for Bloom Carroll, letting this clock run down. Inside of 10 on the play clock. Coons will give it to Freer. And Freer out to about the 37. I want to give a shout out to number 72, Braden McGlone. That is the former neighbor of Bob and Beth Campetti. And you remember a few years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, Braden wore, they had a cancer survivor game where they honored people who had battled cancer, and Braden wore a jersey in honor of Beth Campetti, our statistician, and it was awesome. Her name was on the back of the jersey, and just a very cool thing that he did. And there's Braden right there. He's the starting center for the Bulldogs. He's had an outstanding career with Bloom Carroll. Just a junior. I thought he was a senior, but just a junior.
Their line's been tremendous tonight. Right here again, really opening things up. Hey, we're down to 5.5 minutes,
Yeah,
Jared. It's
Scarberry
flying.
almost another first down there. Shy by about 2 yards.
Let's go try field goal again. So what are we looking at, 46?
Yeah, this one will be about a 46, 47-yarder.
It's a little more doable than 51 or 2.
They'll put the tee down at the 39, so it'll be a 49-yard field goal attempt.
Kind of a deep snap. Usually it's about 7 yards, I thought. But
Last attempt was 51. It was a little bit of a high snap. We'll see what he does here. Good snap this time. Shirky's got a lot of leg in it. Is it going to make it? Oh, just short.
Yep.
So close.
The accuracy was there.
Yes, it was. We are inside of 5 minutes to play. Just as good a time as any to get to our players of the game. We'll do an offensive and a defensive from Bloom Carroll. So, Shu, you start thinking while I read these spots.
I mean, you just want me to start thinking now?
How about our offensive player of the game? Brought to you by Fairfield National Bank. Fairfield National Bank knows that when life gets real, you need a banker who cares about your story. Take Lauren, for example. After her father passed, Lauren knew that her mother should move in with her, but she also knew mom needed help getting her finances in order. That's why they sat down with one of our bankers. Together, they got the attention and accounts they needed to navigate the transition, and Lauren found free time to finally learn to bake her mom's favorite pie. We call it banking built for your life.
Tried to hook a lateral there, guys. Almost hit it, but unfortunately for Waverly, didn't quite hit it.
Oh, got the edge here.
That's Mark Stoley. He's another young one. He's listed as a freshman, 5'6", 115 pounds.
When we talk offensive player of the night for Bloom Carroll, Jared, you got to say Otto Coons.
Oh, absolutely.
If you remember, they came out running the football. He's been pinpoint accuracy. He's the leader. He does everything that you would want out of a player to lead your football team. So
yeah.
Congrats to Otto. He's the offensive player of the game.
And along with that, we have, obviously whenever you've got a running back or quarterback that's a player of the game, can't do it without the line. His line has been tremendous tonight. I remember, I talked a lot about that game at Amanda where he did not have a lot of time to pass. Tonight he's had all day. and they've opened up holes to run through too. So congratulations to that offensive line as well.
Futhi almost caught that. If I'm a quarterback, I want to throw to him.
Clock rolls down inside of 3 minutes. After this play, we will get our defensive player of the game for the Bulldogs. Here's Shoemaker across the 30. Shoemaker, nice little cutback, and he's finally going to be brought down at the 24-yard line. Defensive player of the game for the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs tonight, brought to you by the Edwards Insurance Agency, specializing in providing personalized insurance coverage that meets the needs of our individual clients. Contact Todd or Dale Edwards today. Tim, a lot of guys to choose from. They've had several guys having good games. We just saw a little while ago Eli Koppas took a fumble recovery in for a touchdown. Wisecarver's had a good one. So has Scarberry. So who are we going with?
It's always hard, because I always feel like I'm leaving somebody out, but at least we mentioned him. I really think the guy who really stepped up for them and had a big night tonight and helped really take Shoemaker out of the game, which was their number one goal defensively, was Bo Wisecarver.
Good call.
But he had a tremendous effort, helping out on the inside, second phase of the defense. Congrats to Bo.
Bo Wisecarver, number 20, the defensive player of the game from Bloom Carroll. As the Tigers trying to just keep fighting here toward the end of the football game.
Well, you got to remember, if this was a senior team or what, you might not worry so much about it. You got kids that are going to come back, and you hope to make the playoffs again. Next year, they made it past first phase. Last year, they lost in the first round. Next year, you want to be beyond this game.
Tigers will call a timeout. Timeouts again tonight, brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. Check out their website at carriagecompany.com. Saw a shot of the moon just a little while ago. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's amazing over there. A little bit of an egg shape. It looks nice.
It's got a little color to it.
You mentioned we were driving down here, the sky, and we've had some just amazing sunsets, haven't we, lately?
They've been tremendous. I tell you, I really enjoyed a few of them here. I happened to be doing a little bit of short travel, short distance things, and happened to catch them at that time. It's the other night, Friday night, was remarkable.
Yeah.
It was just gorgeous, the colors, and that's a beautiful moon tonight, Jared. It almost looks like he could step up there and land on it.
Here's Shoemaker trying to get to the corner and dives for the goal line, and he got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, he's had a great year, as has their team, so congrats to him. He bounced right outside. Showed his grit, toughness there, a little sense for the end zone. You got a minute to go. Hey, it matters.
Yeah. So coming on to kick the extra point for the Tigers is Grayson Diener. Kick is up, and it is good. So with under a minute to play in the ball game, the Tigers put a score on the board. They trail it 49-21 to the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs. Marion, I think if you were asking, if you're taking a poll, not just of us, but even some of the fans from Bloom Carroll, I know that some of them were talking at halftime. They did not see this coming. Obviously, you have confidence in your team, but do you think anybody saw this much of a blowout coming?
I don't think so, Jared. Again, just because, Waverly is had a really nice season, as we were talking, and they've got outstanding players on the offensive side of the football, and they actually were just coming off a 40-0 win themselves against Galleon last week. So, this kind of caught everyone by surprise. But again, the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs just were clicking on all cylinders. I can't say it enough. Just really a flawless first half offensively, and then defensively they came out with the exact right game plan. Again, as she was saying, able to stop the run and then force them to pass, and then they played well as well. So just a tremendous effort, and again, they've got a lot to be proud of, and on to the next round.
Yep. And speaking of that next round, it will be against Licking Valley as they hold on to win it 20-14 over John Glenn. So we will wait. They will make the announcement tomorrow of where that game will be played next Saturday. Kickoff will be taken at the 1-yard line. I believe that's Compass on the return.
Yeah, I think Sunday they wait until, no, it is tomorrow,
Yeah.
On Sunday, you're right, they'll announce that. But Randy Boffman's team is, like I said, they have a good program, usually have a good team, and always have been good, but they've been tremendous this year, undefeated. You know, Carroll has a little history of playing against Licking Valley also.
Yeah, you're right.
And if you remember, we did a game over at Bloom Carroll one weekend, and it was a good fight. Good battle. So you're playing for a regional title next week, Jared. Chance to go to the Final Four.
That's right. So the Bulldogs will kneel on it here. And over in Jackson, the Ironton Fighting Tigers all over Amanda Clear Creek now 31-7. That game's still in the fourth quarter. So season going to end tonight for the Aces, but a good year put together by Coach Steve Dalton and his crew.
Outstanding year for the Aces, and they knew they were coming up against a team that's really been on a roll in the Ironton Tigers.
One more kneel down for the Bulldogs. And Bloom Carroll will be moving on to round number 3 in the high school football playoffs as they take a 49-21 victory over the Waverly Tigers tonight here at Herrnstein Field in Chillicothe. Just an outstanding ball game from the start for the Bulldogs.
Well, they had a great game plan, but they executed it. I think Coach Crabtree had a great game plan. They just weren't able to execute it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, everything that he told you that they needed to do.
It's amazing.
He was right. They needed to do those things. Unfortunately, they just didn't do it.
Yeah, so great job by the Bulldogs tonight. You know, they won all 3 phases of the football game. They won the offense, our defense, and their special teams were better too.
Yeah.
You know, coming in, we thought it was going to be a dog and cat fight, but it turned out to be only a dog fight.
That's true.
The Tigers are going home.
Yep. So you see the teams shaking hands. We will try to get Coach Wade Bartholomew as Marion's making his way out there to check with Coach Bartholomew and see if we can get an interview with him. And as we wait, I'll go ahead and tell you about our final stats sponsor. That's Dr. Jeffrey Wilson, DDS. With over 35 years of experience, Dr. Jeffrey Wilson and his staff are committed to providing the best dental services to their patients. Happy patients make perfect smiles, and Dr. Jeffrey Wilson and his staff will make sure your dental health and comfort is their top concern. Now accepting new patients, Dr. Wilson is currently located in Bremen, but he's bringing his business to Lancaster this fall. His office can be reached at 740-569-7563 to make an appointment. So a victorious night here at Herrnstein for the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs, and there you see the final stats. Just an outstanding job by Bloom Carroll.
Well, Waverly ended up with more passing, but those are insignificant stats. You know,
Right.
0 turnovers, Jared. 3 penalties, which I would say are pretty insignificant. I mean, Waverly had more first downs, but Carroll had more big plays.
Yeah.
More scoring plays. And I thought their composure and their execution was just tremendous tonight.
You see the time of possession almost even. Tigers had more first downs, but you know, those 2 turnovers were big.
Oh, they changed the game.
Yeah,
they changed the game.
How about the start though by the Bulldogs? I mean, right at the beginning of the game, they just were fabulous. So we will wait for Coach Bartholomew. He's going to have a word or two with this team, and then he'll be making his way over to Marion on the sideline. Nice crowd sticking around here to celebrate with their team as they're going to be moving on. And you look over on the far side, the crowd also sticking around for the Waverly Tigers as they sing their fight song and alma mater. And tell you what, that's got to be some proud fans over there. They've got a young team, and they had an outstanding season. They're going to be back again next year.
Yeah, there's been years where Waverly football has not really been, I would say, not insignificant, but not as significant as they have been, and they've really got it going. Coach Crabtree has it rolling down there.
So Coach Bartholomew is making his way over. And Marion, how about if you get a chance toward the end of the interview, ask him his thoughts. If obviously you don't look ahead as a coach, but Licking Valley next week, we'll see what he thinks about that one.
Will do. And here I am with Coach Wade Bartholomew. Coach, congratulations. Wow, just an incredible performance tonight. 42 points in the first half. Offensively, you guys were clicking. We were saying probably the best we've seen you look, and that's saying something because you had some good performances. Yeah. What do you attribute that to tonight?
I think just our mentality. Since week 10, we've become a physical football team, and the fact that we can throw and run really puts people in a bind. So we come out, set the tone, running the ball, and then being able to throw it right after that, it really puts a defense in a lot of situations.
Yeah, speaking of defense, your defense was incredible as well. I mean, just really, shut down Waverly in all phases. It seemed like the game plan was to really bottle up Shoemaker and then, just have those corners win on the outside. Was that the case, and what do you think was going on?
Absolutely. We wanted to be aggressive on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. So our thought was the Shoemaker kid's a 2,000-yard back. He's unbelievable. So if we can keep him, bottled up a little bit and get him in third and long, we kind of know what they're going to do. They're going to have to throw it deep, and we challenged our corners all week. Heck, we even had Otto playing some receivers because that kid was pretty talented, and they stepped up to the challenge.
That's great. And on to regional finals. Allow me to be the first to tell you, you'll be facing the Licking Valley Panthers in the next round. I know you don't want to look ahead too hot, but, what do you think, just your thoughts going forward?
Coach Bobman does a great job there, man. He just runs a heck of a program. Those kids are tough. They're tough-minded. They're never big, but they're scrappy. So I think it's going to be one really fun test for us. And once again, we're excited to get there, but at the same time, we want to try to go win it.
Yeah, we can't wait. Looking forward to it. Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you coming out.
All right,
Thanks a lot, Coach Wade Bartholomew. Victorious tonight, and I tell you what, he's got something going on very special over at Carroll.
Yeah, he's had great success since he's gotten there, and I don't necessarily mean by the scoreboard or this year advancing to this round of the plus. Right, he's done a great job with the kids. The program's healthy. You look at the number of players, the attitude's good, because traditionally Carroll's had success in almost every sport, boys and girls side. Mm-hmm. And football had always been looked upon as kind of being, the little brother sport, and not had. But he's taken that up a lot, and just a great win tonight, Jared. Just took it early, and as they say, punched him in the mouth right away, and then all of a sudden you're on cruise control.
Marion, your final thoughts on this one? Big win for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, as big as they come. Again, this is where they were bottled up last year, couldn't get past the regional semis, but, they came out and, as I said before, made a statement tonight, really just, hit Waverly with everything they had, really just, like a haymaker in the first quarter there, and they really couldn't respond. And they should be very, very, very proud, but again, it doesn't get any easier as they continue to go on. Licking Valley is as tough as they come, undefeated so far this season. So it'll be a good one to watch next week. So I'm really looking forward to it, guys.
Thanks a lot, Marion, for your work tonight. Congratulations to the Waverly Tigers on an outstanding season. Congratulations to the Bloom Carroll Bulldogs on a big win tonight. And good luck next week as they take on Licking Valley. I want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew, Bob Campetti, Donnie Ziegfeld, Beth Campetti, Tom Russo, and Jason Roush. For Marion Royster and Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Ohio University Lancaster, Standing Stone Bank, North Body Shop, Dawn's Furniture, South Central Power, the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Fairfield National Bank, Jeffrey Wilson DDS, Matt Taylor Kia, Fairfield County Adam H., the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Parks, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, Connor Insurance Agency, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Lines Auto Service, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina. This has been an IVP Sports production.